everybody? Still figuring out Periscope. Alright, so today what we're going to do is we're going to make some veggie kebabs, okay? So first you want to get your vegetable ingredients. So I chose to do peppers because I got them at my farm. And I have onions and I have mushrooms. So what we're going to do is we're going to chop everything up first. I do onions last because I usually start to cry. But did you know that if you put your onions in the fridge, then you probably won't start crying? That's good, right? Yeah, cold onions, you probably won't cry. Warm onions, you will cry. All right, so if you want to watch me, the way you cut a pepper is you cut down, and you usually get 4 sides. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I chop the bottom off like this, throw that top away, and you can save the bottom, and I usually chop these up into smaller pieces and put them in the freezer, and I put them with my ground beef for later. But now we have 4 pieces like this. What you're going to do with each of them, cut it the long way in half, and then cut each one into a smaller piece. So you end up with small little squares like that. Alright, and then I always have a nice big bowl next to me. Yo, what up? Alright, so we're going to chop, chop, chop away. So 4 pieces, each one gets cut in half and then in half again. So what does that mean? 16 pieces per pepper. I'm good with math, right? Alright, on to the second pepper. Slice down, slice down. Thank you for the hearts. You guys rock. Woo, got some seeds with that one. That's what happens when you're rushing, right? Don't rush with knives. That's bad. But I do have a nice sharp knife. That's another key that you want, a nice sharp knife. This was a hand-me-down. The thing about having a boyfriend or a husband is the in-laws or the boyfriend's mom usually has some awesome kitchen tools that you can ask them for, right? Alright, so we're on to the second pepper. We're chopping away. Trying to go fast for you guys, but I promise, we practice safety in the kitchen. Safety number 1. Alright, so the things I did before I started was I washed my mushrooms and my peppers, but that's about it. You don't have to wash onions because there's a nice skin to it. Alright, and so I took the bottoms off my mushrooms as well. So here are my mushrooms, and I took the bottoms off so they fit nice in a skewer. Wash those babies, put them in your nice big bowl. And that's another thing that is good. You're good to have. Have a nice big bowl. It's really good for putting your vegetables in and then mixing all of them. All right, I'm gonna do 1 onion here. What you do? No, I've never made Spanish rice, but we love Spanish rice and I wanna learn how to make Spanish rice. Have you ever made Spanish rice? All right, so you just see what I did? I cut the top and the bottom off, and then I cut down the center, and I take the outermost layer off. And then I take each half and I cut it into 3. So 1, well, I cut 2. 1, 2. And then each one, you have a nice piece that fits on a skewer, right? Nice pieces for a skewer. Thank you very much. Yeah, I definitely want to learn how to make Spanish rice. We love Taco Tuesday over here. So I usually just make white rice. And then I've, you know, experimented with fried rice. Yeah, like pork rice or frying an egg in there. Okay, so again, 1 and then 2. Nice chunks. And when you get the good chunks of onion on the grill too, when you grill it up, it's delicious. All right, so you throw all that in a bowl. I'm gonna do a second onion, but just to save time, I'm just doing the 1. So we have all our veggies in a big bowl right now. And then all I usually do is I take my olive oil and I go nice liberal olive oil on there. And then I have salt and pepper. The salt that I use is Himalayan pink salt, and this is filled with minerals. So it's like a sea salt. It's a little bit, oh, sorry, here's the front. It's from Costco. Nice big one. What I usually do is I cut this off with a knife, and then I put it in a fancy jar, and I put it on my shelf. And you know what they say about people who put their food in fancy jars? You look like you know what you're doing, right? All right, so I also have my little grinder of it for the tabletop. So liberally, don't be afraid of salt, okay? Iodized stuff, you know, that you get at a restaurant, or those white packets, You want to be careful of that stuff, but this stuff has tons of minerals in it. Give back to your body. All right, so lots of salt, okay? And then pepper. And then you can be fancy here and you can put rosemary on it. You can do some fun stuff. I've done rosemary, oregano, but I just like basic olive oil, sea salt, and pepper. And then the fun part. You mix it all up. And that's why I like using a big bowl, because you could say skewer them and then put them on a platter and then drizzle olive oil over them, but this way you're getting every single piece of vegetables getting coated, right? All right, and then it's time to skewer them. So I bought these metal skewers at, what's that place called? Christmas Tree Shop for literally $3. Like best $3 I've ever spent. And I just, you know, go one and then the other. So I'm doing red pepper, onion, mushroom, red pepper, onion, mushroom. And I've made some really pretty ones. Like I opened up this periscope with a really pretty one. You can do zucchini and cut it in circles. And you can do summer squash and cut it in circles. You could do a lot of things. You can even put meat or, you know, fish on the skewers as well. But I have not done that yet. I like to cook my meat separately. So I'm making seared tuna tonight. Seared tuna, vegetable kebabs, and probably some rice. So yeah, I'm not gonna make all of them for you, but this is, here's one to show you. Nice and beautiful. Perfectly coated, every single vegetable is perfectly coated with, you know, the olive oil, sea salt, and pepper. So I'm just gonna put those on a nice platter. I'm actually gonna put them in the fridge and I'm gonna go shower and then cook dinner in a little bit. So just they go on the grill. They go on the grill for about 5 minutes each side, and then I flip them, get a good char on them, and then they just fall right off the skewer and they're absolutely delicious. So thank you guys for your hearts and thank you guys for joining me, and hopefully I'll be on Periscope tomorrow. Catch y'all later.